so happy that you're here. If you're listening to this call, it's because I see something in you that gets me excited. I see passion and a heart full of love and potential and excitement and drive. And I want to be a part of that. So I just wanted to talk. I'm going to try to keep it under half an hour, but I wanted just to share tonight my story, kind of how I started and why I started as a coach, my mission as a coach, kind of my vision for the future, and invite you to be a part of that because I see something in you that I want added to my story, and I want to be a part of your story, and I think we can do a lot of good together. So I just ask that you listen tonight with an open mind and heart, and hopefully something speaks to you. And I'd love to join forces if it does, because I feel like together we can do so much more good than doing it by ourselves. So anyway, here we go. Also, please write down questions. I'm going to be answering questions individually, just so I don't take up too much of your guys' time. So as questions come up, please just jot them down and then message me and we can chat about them. Because questions are good, and I hope that you have questions after we're done. Okay, so first off, my name is McKenna Boyer. I am originally from Oregon. I currently live in Utah and have for the last 10 years. I have been married for 6 years. I have 2 kids. They are 3 and 1, and they're a little bit crazy in the best way. They definitely keep me busy, but they're really a lot of my why, and so we'll talk about that a little bit more later. But yeah, I like to take care of myself. I like to cook. I really like chocolate and apples. I really like fall, so I've already been eating pumpkin things. Sorry, I've got like hairs. I also make soap, and I like that a lot. I like to be outside, and I enjoy running. I'm terrible at it, but I enjoy it. I really like experiencing things, so just going and doing stuff. Basically anything with my family. I love God. My faith is a really big part of what I do, so you'll hear me talk about my faith in God a lot because he's kind of my center and I can't do anything without him. So he's a really big part of this journey for me as well. Okay, so real quick, my story, and I'm going to try to keep it quick. But basically, I grew up and I was always bigger growing up. And I had asthma, so any physical activity was kind of terrible for me. I was always last. I was never fast. It was just really hard for me to be physically active and to enjoy it because it was awful. It was miserable. And so that's kind of how I was up until high school. And then in high school, I had some things happen in my family that led to me having an eating disorder for a while. So I suffered from anorexia for a while. It wasn't terribly long, but long enough for me to lose 80 pounds. And even though it was in a very unhealthy way, that was kind of the jumpstart to my wellness journey. So I lost 80 pounds, and as soon as I realized what was happening, I was able to kind of cope a little bit better. And I've spent literally the rest of my life trying to find healthier ways to cope because I don't want to go there again because it wasn't a good place. But losing those 80 pounds though really helped me to gain confidence in the fact that I could be different than I was, right? That it was possible for me to run and be smaller and healthier because before I don't think I thought that was possible. So in high school, after all that happened, I learned to run a mile for my first time. I had a best friend who helped me run my first mile without stopping, and that was huge for me. Like that is one of my mastering experiences where it's like, if I can run a mile, I can do anything. I learned to love weightlifting, and I also played golf in high school. That was really fun. Got really good calves from that. But yeah, so that's where the love started, was there. So then, since then, all through college, been really active, been a healthy weight, gotten better at healthier ways to cope with stress in life, and exercise has been one of those ways for me. Just moving my body and getting those endorphins really helps me cope. So then I got married. My husband and I are both really active, so we've always stayed active. Then I got pregnant, okay? I get really sick when I'm pregnant, and so my first pregnancy, I tried to work out a little bit. It was okay. But I stalked my coach, this girl, my friend, during her pregnancy. We were both pregnant at the same time. And I would watch her get up at 4 o'clock every morning and exercise, and she had 3 kids and she was pregnant. And I was like, holy crap, how do you do that? And so I stalked her like our whole pregnancy. And then it wasn't until my oldest was 8 months old where I was like, okay. I reached out to her and I was like, okay, I got 10 pounds to lose. Help me lose them. And so she set me up with 21 Day Fix. This was back when Beachbody only did the DVDs. So I paid a lot of money for those DVDs. But I was like, it wasn't even a question. I was like, I need this. Let's go. So I did 21 Day Fix. I didn't follow it as religiously as I should have. But it helped. I lost 5 of those 10 pounds. And then I got pregnant again. My second pregnancy, I gained a ton more weight because I was still having a hard time with being sick and throwing up and being nauseous. So anyway, gained a ton of weight with my second pregnancy. And this was a year and a half ago that I had my second baby. So I had my second baby. I suffered a lot more with postpartum depression and anxiety after that second baby because that was a really hard transition for me. And so I gave myself the 6 weeks postpartum to recover, and then I was like, we're going. Like, we are going because I need this. I need to exercise for my mental, my physical, my spiritual, emotional health. I needed it so bad. So once I started to do that, I noticed a different friend on Facebook. And at this point, my first coach was not a coach anymore. And she was running a group. And I was like, hey, I want to be in your group. I need some help. And I already have all the stuff, but I want to be in your group. And so she was the one where she was like, you already have all the stuff. Have you ever thought, and I've been doing it for a couple of years. And she's like, have you ever thought about coaching? And I was like, what? Like, first I hadn't even really thought about that was even an option. But I literally could not get the idea of coaching out of my head. And so I took that as God telling me that, hey, Kenna, this is something you need to do. And so I hit my coach birthday next week, and it'll be a year. So I committed last August to being a coach. And the reason I did it was for myself. I did it to be accountable, to have support and a place to show up, and a place where people were counting on me to show up, because otherwise I wouldn't get my butt in gear. And so I literally signed up for coaching for myself. It wasn't to build a business. It wasn't to help others. It was literally very selfish at the beginning because I had 50 pounds to lose. So I signed up as a coach with 50 pounds to lose, and I've done that. I lost 50 pounds, and I am stronger and happier and cleaner and like more balanced in all areas of my life, physical, mental, spiritual, emotional, than I have ever been in my entire life. And it's been an awesome journey. So that's my story in the briefest nutshell. And so now the reason I do it is a little bit different because I am where I want to be. And so I still need it for myself, right? Like, it is so helpful to have a place to come every day and people who are watching you and counting on you to show up every day. It's really empowering. But I also now have a little bit of a different mission and a vision for the future that I want to find people to take along with me, and I'm hoping that you are it. So my mission really is to help women love their bodies. I want people to feel empowered. I want people to feel confident and strong. And especially just in the last couple of months, I have felt the calling to help women love their bodies, to fight against Satan. I'm going to be straight up, like, to fight against the evil that is very real and very apparent and in our faces every day. And Satan doesn't have a body, you guys, and he never will get one. And he hates that we have them, and he doesn't. And so he loves to use our bodies as the biggest tool to tear us down and to help us from, or keep us from reaching our potential and doing all the good that we can do, and serving and loving and uplifting and doing the things that God has asked us to do. So my core mission is to help people get healthy and learn how to be healthy in all areas of their life, and to take care of their bodies so that they can fight Satan. And to do the good, and to be good, and to feel good, and to enjoy life. Because what is the point, but like, what is the point if you can't do the things you want to with your kids or your family, or you just feel like crap every day because all you drink is soda, and like, you don't want to feel crappy. Sure, it tastes good, but you don't want to feel crappy. So like, my goal is to help people love life, to be healthy, to have energy, to have better quality of life, and to feel like they can keep up with their families and fight against Satan and help their neighbors and do the good in the world. So that's what it's about, you guys. It's about feeling good, and it's about being happy. On a little bit of a different side, for me, so I didn't really start pushing to build this business until this year, probably the last 6 months or so. And I'm seeing growth, and it's really exciting for me to see that I can grow and I can build an income for my family. And my why behind wanting to build a business and make extra income is so that my family can travel and experience things. I really want to be able to take my kids, go to museums and festivals and little day trips and bigger trips, and not have it be a financial burden to my family, and not have my husband have to bear all of that financial burden. Because those things are really important to me. Like, I'd much rather never get a Christmas present again and just be able to travel. And I really want to provide that for my kids. We traveled a little bit growing up. Like, I think we traveled more than most people, but I want to travel more than I did growing up. And so that's really my biggest why behind why I want to build this business, besides my mission of helping people love their bodies. So I'm just really excited to be here. So then I also wanted to talk a little bit about just kind of what coaching looks like, and what I'm looking for in a team. So first off, one of the main reasons I absolutely love this job is because your very first job in this job is to take care of yourself, is to exercise and read personal development and put good food in your body and spend time with your family and spend time with God, and like whatever you need to do to take care of you. That is your first priority in this business. And I love that so much, because as moms and busy women, we do not put ourselves first. It is in our nature, and we don't do it. We always take care of other people. And while that is not necessarily bad, it can be bad, right? Because if your cup isn't full, you have nothing to give. And so your job, very first and foremost, is to fill your own cup, okay? And I love that about this business. Second thing we do is we just share. You're here because I shared my story, and you saw something in me that you related to, and you started watching me, and so then I reached out to you, right? We share. And it's all about the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? I don't want people who are picture perfect or who are fake. I want people who are real and not afraid to be bold and share the ups and downs. And while I don't encourage you to share absolutely everything about your life, there are lots of things that should be kept private and sacred. But sharing the journey and being honest in your journey is so powerful for you and for other people. And like when I started this business, I didn't have an Instagram. I like never posted on social media, like maybe once a month, maybe, and it was always about my kids. And so don't let that hold you back. If sharing is something that you're not used to, don't let that hold you back, because I wasn't sharing either. The next thing is that our basic goal is to just invite and find 3 women to help every month. 3 people to help every month. And that's another thing I love about this business, is it's your job to serve people. We're not selling makeup or jewelry or clothes, and while those things are fun to buy, we're selling a healthy lifestyle that is literally changing people's lives. Their mental health, their physical health, their spiritual health, their emotional health, and making them happier and healthier and more capable. And that is priceless and such a gift. And so I will never have a hard time selling that. I would really have a hard time selling jewelry or makeup and clothes, but I will never have a hard time selling a healthy lifestyle. So that's the next thing. And then we just try to be consistent. This business is built on hard work and consistency. If you show up every day, you will have success. It might take a while, but it will come. And I'm very much at the beginning, middle of my journey. But I have a great upline who is very successful and shares with us and trains us and shows us what's possible. And it is so possible, you guys, to thrive in this business and to make amazing income. My upline makes 6 figures, and she's been doing it for 5 years. And she used to be a teacher and a college teacher, and it surpassed her income. So like, the possibilities are literally limitless. And we get to build a business on serving people. That's just amazing to me. And then like I said, we do train you. So don't be afraid of that. Like, don't feel like you need all the skills. need to know all the things before you jump into this. I didn't know anything, okay? But we have amazing training, and I am here with you the entire way to answer questions and to brainstorm and to share my resources with you and to share trainings, and you will learn, and we will learn together. So I don't need people who are equipped with those skills. What I need and what I'm looking for in my team, the Joy Squad, that's our name, is people with passion, people open to learning, people open to fail, because you will fail before you succeed. I have sent thousands of messages to people, and people never respond to me, and they keep watching, and they never respond, and they keep watching. And so I need people who aren't afraid of that, or at least are willing to get over it, right? I want people who are willing to help others and excited to help others. I want people who are excited to take care of themselves and to make themselves a priority. I want people who love health and fitness, or who want to love health and fitness. I want people who love people and want to make relationships, because this business is all about building relationships and serving. I want people who aren't afraid to work hard and to dream big, because if you're not dreaming big, you won't make and hit big goals, right? We got to dream so big, and this is something that I'm exercising on a daily basis and I'm getting better at, is not being afraid to dream big and not being afraid to just go out and get it and go and see what happens. And so it's fun to see how I've grown too, just in the business. And I want to see you grow that way too. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for people who want to have fun with me. I'm looking for people who are ready to just like get crap done, help a ton of people, make some money, live their best life, love their life, help other people love their life, and to just do what we feel we're being called to do. So that's really it. I just want to make the world a better place. I've seen in my small world, Beachbody has given me the tools to do that. And while it's not all Beachbody, right, but that's been like the main vessel that's given me the push to help better all of those other areas for myself, right? And so I want to give that to others, and I want people who want to do the same, right? So I hope that some of this resonated with you. I hope that you're excited. Please send me the questions. I know you have them, and we'll talk individually about specifics, but those don't really matter if none of this resonated with you, right? If you aren't feeling me, then we don't need to talk about how much it costs and how to start and stuff. But if it does, we will talk about that individually, because I am so flippin' excited that you're here. And I'm so excited to see what we as a team, Team Joy Squad, can do together, because I want to go and spread the joy. I want people to find the joy. I want people to have a sustainable way to keep the joy. Because life is hard, and it won't always be rainbows and butterflies, right? But like, we can find a way to have a baseline that is solid and joy built, and with God that's possible, right? It's centering everything on God, and with that we will never be totally lost or in despair, because we have hope in Christ, and He wants us to be happy. He made us to be happy, you guys. Men are that they might have joy, and so let's go find the joy, and let's help others find the joy, and have a freaking blast doing it. Can't wait to hear from you guys with all the questions. Have a great day.